Hey guys, Kev here, and I want to quickly do the knife of the year category for the mid-range, I'm calling it. So I don't know what I did last year. I can't even remember what I did the year before, and I don't do much research. But I kind of break up things based on what I think the good categories are for that year, I guess. For 2022, I did the budget knife of the year, which to me means under $100. So that's going to be different for everybody, I assume. Some people think it's 75. Some people might think it's 30. Like who knows? But the knife of the year for me for budget category under 100 was the Tempest Knives Pinion, specifically this one in the black micarta. These are available right now on the Tempest Knives website. I don't know if micarta is. They did have some at the time of the filming of this. There was like 20, but there was a good number of the G10. I think there's black, blue, and jade G10, which I can attest to the black and blue being good because I had them, and I'm sure jade is fine. Kubi did these, so it would look something like this, the jade. So something like that. So you could definitely pick that up. And this was a pretty easy win. I didn't have many other things in the category. So, sometimes that's how it goes. Now, for the next category, mid-range, I'm calling this 100 to 300. And that's kind of how I'm going to go with it. Sometimes I think it's more like 250. But this year, I think I'm going to push that to 300. Prices are going up across the board. And I want to maybe be able to bring some things into this that would normally get eked into the higher range. So if it was 251 to 500, then I have things that I really, really like that maybe would win a category that just can't because they're 251 versus a $500 knife that's just probably going to be better, depending, right? Anyway, so that's how I'm looking at it. 100 to 300 here keeps it easy, $200 range, and then I'll probably do 300 to 500, and then I'll do a 500 plus, which is going to be an easy win for one knife. Everybody knows. But let's start off with the first knife here. Again, I don't have a ton because I just don't keep a ton of knives, guys. And a lot of the ones I keep are ones that I've loved and had for a while, or they're not models that have been out, so I can't put them on the list. This one is going to be the Fox Knives Chillin. This one is designed by Jesper Voxnes. You guys can see I've done a bunch of videos on it in the last month or so. Absolutely fantastic knife. This one came in right at the end here and really just kind of stole my heart. I really love this knife. M398 on this one. And this one falls into, well, I guess it's still the $100 to $300 range. But you can get it anywhere from $150 in G10 or micarta, N690 or M398, all the way up to $278 in carbon fiber and blackwash. This one's carbon fiber and satin, and it was $250, I think. But excellent knife. It is a liner lock, steel liner lock. Comes with a wire clip, but you can swap to regular Spyderco style wire clip replacements. Nice satin grind. You got that nice keyhole shape from Voxnes. Fires really well. You get the Vox jimping up here. Really good ergos, as are, pretty much guaranteed with a Vox design. Feels really good in hand. And I got to say, Fox did this knife justice. And that's what really makes me happy. The reports from other people I'm seeing are it has been done justice. It's not just mine. Now, I did put skiffs in it, and I did, tighten the detent just slightly, but it didn't need those things, I don't think. The skiffs are arguable because it was using steel bearings, but you could have gotten away with it, I guess. And that's just sort of an Italy thing, and you can easily swap that out for $13 and a little bit of elbow grease, so that's fine with me. But it's fantastic in the hand, cuts really well. The M390 seems good. I mean, I know somebody had theirs tested by Transparent Knives, and it was at 60.1 HRC, which the range, I believe, is 60 to 62, so it's in spec. Not, the best results or anything, but for me, guys, this is perfectly fine. I'm happy with it. Love it. Is it going to win the category? Probably not. Next one. Bestech Knives, CM Knife Designs, Tonic. So this one is a Colin Mason Pierre design. You guys know Colin, my partner on Divo, and maybe I'm biased. I'm sure I am. But, you know, it's kind of like, I like new things, right? And not necessarily new in age, but new to me. So I'm really kind of getting into a few backlocks. Like right now I'm carrying this custom Lynch Delica, and I'm trying to kind of get into it. Not in love just yet, but I do like it a lot for sure. It kind of like comes and goes. Like sometimes I'm like, yeah, I love this thing. And other times I'm like, I gotta shake it. And, you know, it never wants to center up perfectly. I've done a lot to try to get this dialed in and basically Loctited where I want it. It's so close. And, you know, with that came, you know, the action's a little bit tighter now. Hopefully those washers break in. But anyway, backlocks are kind of, you know, they're kind of cool. And I feel like Colin did a good job with the backlock here and kind of improved it a little bit by adding this detent ball to the top end of this lock bar. And you can see right here, there's a little path on the blade. And that's where that ceramic ball is riding on the tang of the blade. And it sits right on the inside of this lock. I don't know if you can see it. If I push that up, you'd be able to see it down there. Let me see if I can just try to do it without cutting myself. See that ball right there? Hopefully you can see that just a little bit. But anyway, there's a detent ball in there, which just means ceramic ball. It's not an actual detent, but it kind of acts as one. And what that does is obviously there's a spot now where the blade gets to this point and then it has to pass that ceramic ball. And it kind of jumps past it and almost creates a detent, which is really cool. And it makes it to where it's super smooth to deploy. As long as you just fire it, you don't even notice that it's hitting a wall. Like, yeah, if you do this, you're going to be like, oh, God, you know, it's kind of weird. Now, you can, of course, just roll it out. Like, you can just take your finger and do that. No problem. You just have to know what you're doing, you know. But I don't have a problem slow rolling it as long as I'm deliberately doing it. If I'm, like, jumping, then yeah, sure. On the close, does it make a difference? So it comes down and then it passes through right here again, right? And then it drops. I have found there's one spot on this knife you can rest your finger right up under this hump and you will not get cut. You'll get hit right here. It's very close, but I just hit it right there and then you're good to go. It takes a while to break in. I think mine is still breaking in, and I have had it a while. But like sometimes it'll get stuck right there, and sometimes it'll go right past. But at this point, I've just gotten to the point where I flick it, I do this, and depending on what happens, I just close it like this. It doesn't bother me at all. I'm not looking for it to drop shut in this case. You know what I mean? But I just really enjoy the overall design. It's super ergonomic. I just love Colin's designs, obviously. Choke up grip, just really good in the hand. You have that kind of sheep's footy spear point type thing going on. And yeah, it's just really comfortable. And it has a reversible clip, which is awesome. I wish they had a filler tab. It's marbled carbon fiber and belt satin M390. And some of you were probably saying, well, yeah, this is 309 or something like that. And the category here is 1 to 300. So yes, that's true. But this knife starts at, I think, 275, something like that. 280 maybe with my Carta and M390, maybe a Bead Blast, I think it is. So you can get this under 300. And if you pick this up at somewhere like White Mountain Knives, you can use a discount code. And you're going to get this for a little bit under 300 anyway. So I think it was worth adding to the list. I really like it. I don't think it's like knife of the year category, or winner or whatever, but it's definitely a very, very good offering. And I think for people who are trying to get back into backlocks and stuff, like I'm kind of into that right now. This is a really good knife. And I think just, it's kind of something nobody talks about. So I wanted to bring it out. And, yeah. Bestech Tonic from CM Knife Designs. And the winner of this category is pretty easy for me, honestly, is going to be the TW price Dawn. So I think the pre-order for this may have been in 2021 at some point, but they delivered in 2022. I bought mine in 2022, so I can easily say it's a 2022 knife. And this was $290. So I know I'm cutting it close, but $290 in this version with the hand satin and the gray titanium. You could also get a black wash and stone wash for $260, I think, which is well under our $300 range. And this guy is a front flipper, and you can see here I suck at this move, and I can do it pretty much flawlessly on this knife. You have a really cool fuller design on this. You can reverse flick it, obviously, off the fuller, and then you have the top flipper for either a pull like that for the reach around, a normal front flip like that, or if you're getting fancy, you can do the roll around move like that. Thumb flick works, but I don't know, I've never even tried that, I don't think. There you go. That's something I would worry about, you know, cutting myself on. It's fantastic. For the price, I think it's just dialed in. I mean, it would be $350 had he gone with, you know, like a solid backspacer. You know, there's some other, I guess, little things you could say. The lock bar, I wish had a little bit more access. Kind of my biggest gripe on the knife. I just wish the lock bar access was a little bit more accessible. It's still really good. You can see here it's on skips, drops, shake, very smooth, no play. No play, right? Yeah, no play, drop, shake, centering, boom, dead nuts. So, I don't know. I just really love this knife. I think it's fantastic. He just did a pre-order for a second run that is a liner lock. So, I don't know if it's going to be thicker. I think it might be a steel liner lock versus titanium. But either way, you know, Tyler over there is doing great things. And I'm excited for him and what he's doing and hope he continues to do it. So this is my knife of the year winner for the mid-range, $100 to $300 range. The TW price Dawn, and I'm going to be honest, guys, this was not even close. I'm trying to think of another knife in this category, and I'm sure I'm missing stuff, but it would have to have come out this year. And I would have to have one. I'm not going to do the whole honorable mention, putting up links and images of things stuff. Like, I don't know. I just want to have the knife here and be able to say it's the winner of the category. And for me, you know, it's probably not the winner if I don't have one, you know. Maybe I have one loaned out, sure. Then I can just do the video later or whatever, but I don't think that's the case. This knife easily wins. TW price Dawn, absolutely fantastic. Hopefully you got one on pre-order or you already have one. Nick, Mike, the guys in one of my local group chats, knife group chats, no, you can't have it. I get asked to buy this knife more than anything. It's crazy. I absolutely love it though, so it's not going anywhere. Anyway, love you guys. That's it. The TW price Dawn is your winner. You have the Bestech CM Knife Designs Tonic as a runner-up, and then you have the Fox Knives Chillin as well as a runner-up. If you want to do 1, 2, 3, I'd probably do this. Even though I love this, I'm still getting used to backlocks where this is, you know, fires out. Is it crazy that I got this like a month ago and it's a Fox knife and it's number 2 for this category? Yes. But, you know, I kind of do these on the fly, too, and I'm just kind of winging it here, and this is what I got. It's what came to mind. It's what I got in the collection. This is what my hand went to when I thought about it. So, yeah. I love you guys. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day, and I will catch you later.